morning, huh?
I
You
gotta
know,
tell you, man, these days have been wicked fun. It's a roller coaster ride, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know how you like get that anticipation as you're going up and you hear that click, click, clickety clack as it goes up, and then you go down that first woohoo, and then the next turn, it's all fun. I think right now where I'm at is I'm still loving the exhilaration, but I'm not sure if this roller coaster is ending. You know
yeah.
what I mean? It's like,
No,
oh my God, is it going to end anytime soon?
it really is. It's like that prolonged, adrenaline almost, yeah, and you gotta be careful, but ain't it a great testimony, though? I mean, honestly, no matter what the algorithm's doing, no matter what people are doing, no matter what scam is ripping off the smartest person, that we have a pack in the community that we can rely on, work with, push up, and do business, and don't have to look over our daggum shoulders. Isn't that something else? I mean,
Yeah.
daggum, no wonder we had,
Oh
like,
my
what,
goodness.
30 people, maybe 40. Actually, a lot of people with this we had email issues, so I ended up in people's folders. So for the last 3 weeks, I'm getting messages like, "Why can't I come into the hounds?" I'm like, "No, no, you can. This the gate is broken," right? So Google didn't like my links and whatever's happening. But ain't that fun though? Like, ain't that great and here's the fun part, like a forest fire, right? Like just putting a little bit of spark in a dry brush. Now we got all these wonderful people that's coming in, bringing more people who bring more quality people. Oh my gosh, man! I like when I say I feel like a poor kid in Santa's workshop, man. I ain't joking. This is just fun, like redneck Camelot, right? And you guys make it happen because like I said, everything in this brain pretty much emptied out 6 months ago. It's you, Raquel, all of the people. I could just sit there and name off 100 of them. But you guys, you and Raquel specifically have really just took charge and helped me personally and business-wise and just led this community, led all this, the social media, all the things that we do together as a business. Man, you all have just made it just insane. And personally, I could not have done it without you 2. So, hey, I'm
Oh,
gonna love bomb you. I know you don't like the Phillies, but, you deserve it, you earned it, and by God, I'm gonna say it because that's what makes us us.
thank you. Thank you, Mike. And I appreciate it. And you know I appreciate it. I have a hard time, and this is something I will continuously try to work through. And I can't even say it because I can't even work through it to say it properly. But thank you very much. It's nice to be appreciated, right? And I think that kind of flows into today's conversation, right? Because you work so hard. You work on a baby. You're little redneck Camelot, right? And I shouldn't say little redneck. You're redneck Camelot that is known as the Hounds of Business community. It's amazing. It's hard work though, right? And sometimes your baby kicks you in the face, right? And sometimes you feel like, wow, I am doing a whole ton here and people aren't appreciating the work that, is going behind it. It's a kick in the wazoo. And I think with today's show, talking about caregiving, right? Building a community is a lot like nurturing. A community is like nurturing someone and taking care of someone, rich, poor, old, young. Taking care and giving yourself unto others is a thankless job at times. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And so I'm
yeah.
glad that you mentioned that because you work really hard and take the compliment. We do appreciate all that you do. You know I give you a hard time, but it's largely because I know you care too much at times that I'm like, slow down,
Yeah.
slow your roll.
I
So
need that. Yeah.
yeah, no, I really you're making me, like, have to, like, get in my feels, Mike, and you know how I feel about that.
I know. Well, we'll snap out of it, but, again, before we get too deep, because I'm excited about today's panel and the people, I mean, it's just it's a testament to just good people getting together, man, and that's
Yeah.
it's simple as that. It's not always easy. It's not it takes work and intention and game plans and things, but it is. It's just birds of a feather really should flock together, and by God, they have here. So, um, we got one thing that I wanted to showcase because it really sets the tone for this healthcare, all the great things people are doing, not just healthcare, senior care, mental health. I mean, really encompassing a lot of different arenas that I'm so glad to see it's again, I don't know anything about healthcare. I just have a lot of friends in it, so I pick things up, right? So I'm a little tiny bit educated just by being around them. But it's so much fun to see people being proactive from the ground up, like grassroots. There's so many grassroots like Walking Tall, right? And there's so many people that are just so sick and tired of stuff happening. There's just regular people doing something about it. And my gosh, ain't that fun? Because that's how stuff gets done. At least that's how it is in my neck of the woods, right? Like, it's not we're not waiting around for governments or anybody else or big corps to do it. we're just going to get it done. Eventually, and that's what we're going to talk about today, and the people who built from the ground up. So hey, I yeah, I'm not easily surprised. People, I walk around aloof sometimes. Yeah, that's a new word I learned today in a dictionary. But so I walk around aloof a lot of times, but I know what's happening. So I got to say, Michelina DeCibio, she is a holistic and business coach, health coach, and she surprised me. She sent my daughters, Kira and Emma, the smoothie pack. She sent that in a nice, really nice postcard, a nice note with it. Put a big old smile on their little bratty hillbilly faces, man. And I just I wanted to make sure I gave her a shout out. She has really been instrumental because I'm not a spring chicken anymore, man. I'm 42. I mean, I got a good
Jeez.
Avon
Hi.
legs, right? Wrinkle cream, but I'm telling you, it's something I need to think about. And um, prevention, right? Because we know the healthcare system, woo, in the U.S., right? We won't pick on it today, but it is an ounce of prevention really is something. So I wanted to make sure that folks knew that, hey, Michelina, she's got a heart of gold. She does her best. She really knows her stuff when it comes to nutrition, uh, and she's got the goods. So go check out her profile. I don't want to spoil it. There's her link, her website, QR code, guys. Go check out her post, her content. Get to know her. You won't be sorry. Uh, she really is something, and she tells it straight. I mean, otherwise she wouldn't be in the daggum hounds, right? But she does. She's a straight shooter with people, and and I know a lot of the hounds. I'm not going to spoil the beans or spill the beans, but there's lots of collabs going on, collaborations happening. My gosh, all across the board. We're taking notes and surveys so we can show people what the heck's happening back here. But shout out to you, Michelina. Thank you so much. Make sure folks scan that, and yeah, your health. I mean, we're all business people. We're all business people. What I miss? What I miss?
No, I'm
What
just saying
happened?
pointing out to our QR code. Everyone go to the QR
Oh,
code.
yeah.
Are you
I
not
forgot
seeing
what
the
I was
QR
going to.
code, Mike? Do the
No, I
QR
see
code.
it. It's just it's you're
Am I
pointing at
awkward?
her ear, yeah, on
Well,
my
I
end.
can't go much further than that.
She's that way, yeah. Okay. So, you know, I these people are fantastic. I love them to death, and, I have seen, and I'm not just saying this, I have seen an improvement being around all these coaches and all these fine folks who are telling me truth. And Michael Gale, right? Pilates, redneck Pilates is not a joke. Now I've got supplements and eating better thanks to Mick. There's all kinds of things happening here. So yeah, the more the merrier. So that's all I got. I mean, I can go on and on, but nobody's here for that. We've got a power pack show. So if you want to, see ya, if you're ready to, let's roll that intro. Let's get this party started.
Are we ready to do this? Let's do this, sir.
Oh man, can't wait.
Are you looking to grow your business and your mindset alongside a fun and awesome pack? Grab a chair and your favorite beverage and join Mike Ashebrainer, the business mechanic, and his win-win network for the Hounds of Business Happy Hour.
All right. Good morning again. I say good morning. It's funny. That's how you know you're busy, man. When you're saying good morning, when you pick up the phone and say good morning at like 4 p.m., it's that's a busy day. That's a see a day, man. Um, so hey,
It's
wanted
yeah.
to make wanted to make sure wanted to make sure that we put your website, because we were talking about this at the beginning when nobody watches the first minute of the show. We've got to say you have done so much for not just me, man. I mean, for me is enough. That's enough for a lifetime. But we've got to promote all the graphics, all of the videos, all of the things you see. That's this lady here, man. It's her business. Super pro. She's got tons of different shows. I mean, respected across all industries, guys. I mean, she's very humble. It took me a year and a half to realize how daggum respected and connected you really were. I had to go out to Dallas until I was like, damn, everybody likes to know. See ya. Uh, but it's for good reason. You've got great value. And I see the late nights. Raquel's with you late nights. You all go above and beyond. Um, it's just special. And so I wanted to make sure folks know none of this, all this stuff y'all enjoy every week and every day, is not me. All right? It's Sia. It's Brilliant Beat Media. So And also, if you want to go see Hounds and Friends of the Hounds, go check out the event page here. Go check out the Lighthouse community, and that's how you connect with me. That's how you see what's going on, man. We've got so many great folks with podcasts. I mean, you got Mark Reed, Zen Sandwich. I mean, we got so many people in there. So uh, give a shout out in the comments. Hey, if you appreciate all this and you're here every week, uh, love bomb Sia, make her blush. She loves that stuff, guys. She loves the compliments and the love. Just pour it on her. Tell her how much. Randy, you're here. Randy House. Hey, show the love, buddy. All right. So help me out here, Sia. What do we got in store today? Who do we got?
So
Why?
yeah, so let's talk about this. So you know, I and you, we've all had this experience. We're getting older. We're no spring chickens, as you say, right?
Right.
And it's is not just a situation for as we age. It's just in general, right, with our health and whatnot. And there's always going to be a caregiver. There's always going to be someone that has to take care of one another, right? Whether it's your spouse, whether it's a daughter, son, grandchild, sibling, aunt, uncle, whatever it might be. There's always someone that's going to be taking care. And so I really wanted to bring on some fellow hounds because this is literally the Hounds of Business community in action. So we've been talking about this, you guys, over and over again as to why the Hounds of Business, what the hell is this all about? And so let's go ahead and bring up our wonderful guests here. So I'd like to introduce, we all know Traci Lamb and we also know Janice Shokrian. Everyone, welcome the ladies.
Welcome, ladies. You hit
I
that
know, I
applause.
probably should like.
Did you hit the applause button? I couldn't hear it.
Did you not hear it, you guys?
I heard it.
Yes, I heard it.
Mike, are you deaf? Like,
You know,
honestly, you not. It's that range. I think you just don't hear that frequency because everyone else hears it.
like a dog whistle. I think it's whoever put the surround sound in my outhouse didn't do it's an outhouse. I mean, but okay, we'll have to figure it out. But no, I didn't hear it. I just sit there and look at everybody like, why does everybody stop talking? Right. Good to know.
Are you serious? Oh my
I'm
gosh, that's hilarious.
serious.
Okay, so real quick, you guys, I cannot say more than this. If it was the fact that we were just LinkedIn people and we liked each other's comments every now and then, that would be the end of the relationship.
Right.
But I don't know what we did, Mike, to convince them that Brilliant Bee Media was going to be amazing for them. But Traci had a project. Janice was all up in this project, and next thing I know, I get this phone call from Traci, saying, "Hey, we want to bring you guys on, and we want to hire you." Traci and Janice, I have to ask first and foremost, have you been checked in the head lately? Are you guys okay?
We're seeing your psychiatrist, Sia.
That's right.
I pay her well. You're welcome. No. But thank you. No, honestly, ladies, here's the deal. First and foremost, can I ask you, why did you guys join the Hounds? And you guys knew each other before the Hounds, right? So Traci, I think it was an intro.
I was in the Hounds first, and then I met Janice, and so I brought Janice to the Hounds. Mike and I connected probably a year ago. It was a while ago, and it was really before there was a Hounds. And he was just starting to get some interesting people together, and it was just I had just really gotten back into LinkedIn, from everything. So I started just kind of doing some different things with him, and then Janice and I connected for obvious reasons for her product and everything. And as soon as I met her, she and I connected back in December of last year. And so as soon as I met her, I was like, "Do you know Mike and the Hounds?" And she's like, "No." And I'm like, "Okay, you need to follow me." And so that's basically, kind of how it connected and how we ended up doing that. So.
And I had a hard time getting into the Hounds. I think you guys had a more stringent policies back then, because I had to beg and on everybody's posts. No one would comment on mine. They wouldn't reply to my comments on your posts. So I recall a little bit of
come on, you guys, look at me. But I'm used to being the youngest sibling in the family. So I'm used to being obnoxious. So I was really well trained to try to get myself into the Hounds. And I'm so glad I did.
Oh,
Oh
oh
my
my
gosh.
gosh. No.
Mike.
So Traci Lamb is OG. Before we had a name, like I was just some guy trying to run around and pass out free candy like a little weirdo and stuff. And so she took the candy. She was my friend. I was like, yay, I got a friend. So by the time December happened, I did that silly contest that didn't go anywhere because of algorithm issues. But you, Janice, there was no denying you at that point. Up until that point, I just was busy and trying to catch myself. But then we did a contest and you were everywhere. You took pictures of you subscribing to my channel. Like everybody who reposted, you were there. It was like Beetlejuice. And I was like, wow, this woman really wants to be in here. Like we're gonna have a fourth place prize if she don't win. Like she's coming, right? And my gosh, what a ride and adventure and fun it's been. Like I am so fortunate, blessed, whatever word you want to use, because now we're looking 8 months later. Look at what's happening. People are going to see this. That's why we're doing the show. It's amazing. So yeah, thank you, ladies. Y'all make me look good, feel good. Y'all make things happen. Gosh, and it's such an honor to be able to push you all up even more and utilize our skills and talents to do that. I mean, it's win-win, man. It's unbelievable. Thank you all.
Well, look, before we get more on this love fest, we need to add more folks to the love fest.
Right.
So if you don't mind, I'm going to bring up Cindy and Christina. And the reason why we're bringing them up is because Traci, I'm going to bring them up, but I would like you to explain, if you don't mind, as I pull them up, what the hell who are these beautiful ladies? And they're hosting this show Safe and Sound. What is this all about, lady? What's this all about?
Yeah, this is their first taste of the Hounds. So welcome.
They're going to be like,
welcome to Christina and Cindy. Christina and Cindy are an amazing couple. They are the co-founders of a company called Adaptive Equipment and Caregiving Corner. I met them over a year ago when I was just getting back into my business. I was really struggling so bad. Christina and I had some heart to hearts. She was, because they were much further along in their business at that time than I was. And so she was trying to help me and give me pointers and tips. They have a business that they do product reviews for caregiving products. And they've done that for the last several years and done a really great job and really have built a huge following on YouTube and on TikTok. And so it made sense just when I decided to create this TV show, Safe and Sound, which was going to feature caregiving products, to bring them on board as the TV hosts for the show, simply because they know about vetting products. Christina is a speech therapist and Cindy is an occupational therapist. So it's actually healthcare professionals actually vetting all of these products. So it's not going to be like a QVC type show where, you're going to have a Vanna White, going, see, isn't this a pretty caregiver product? So that's basically one of the main reasons why I wanted to bring them on board. They have a phenomenal reputation in the industry, and anybody who knows them loves them. So it just made sense to bring them on board.
Well, bringing on board. Speaking of which, ladies, welcome.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
Oh, we're so thrilled to have you. And look, you guys are like celebrities. Okay. So I don't know if, we're LinkedIners. Okay. So we understand the world of LinkedIn, but you guys are like massive on TikTok. I mean, geez, you guys are in the millions of followers, and YouTube, you've got almost 10,000, we got 9,000 followers. I mean, we're not worthy. Not worthy. We're not worthy.
Absolutely. Real quick, my naivety is great, ladies, because I didn't realize it. I couldn't even find you on LinkedIn. So I'm like, oh, hey, there must be friends. And then when I realized, I saw that you had all that going on YouTube and stuff. I was like, oh, wow. I'm glad I didn't know earlier. I've been shy. Oh my goodness. So, I can see why because you're just so down to earth. You're real. You're authentic. You're passionate about what you do. It's amazing how people would like that, right? I mean, it's that simple.
Thank you. That's really one of the best compliments we get, is that we're genuine and stuff. And it's, it means a lot to us. And that's just, we know that caregivers don't have a whole lot of time. So we try to get to the point, and we you know, we try to keep our message simple, and we hope that that genuineness still shines through and everything. So that's a really great compliment. We appreciate that.
Yep. We try to have fun once in a while.
Yeah, we
not
do.
very
We try
often,
to-
but just once in a while.
Yeah.
Hey, don't stop now. You come to the right place for fun.
That's right.
Yeah, my kind of thing.
Yeah,
We can tell
indeed.
that in the first 5 seconds, I
Yeah.
believe.
I love it.
What gave it away? The hat.
That's right.
probably
It
the
was,
hat, right?
it was the outhouse in the back.
That's right.
So we were backstage earlier, everyone that's listening. So, you know, we didn't prep Cindy, Christina at all, and like, or warn about Mike or anything. So when I had said, no, he's literally in the outhouse, like, Mike, are you not in a shed in the back of your house?
Yeah, with the Michael Gale TP. You should have warned them that these ladies. I'm just telling you.
Exactly right.
It's their fault, not mine. I'm just doing what I do. You know, that's me.
So what he's holding there is a friend, another friend of our community, Michael Gale. He does Michael Gale Outdoor Adventures and gives guides for outdoor like adventures, like takes us out. And he's what do you call him, a mountain of a man or something to that effect? He's like a big guy, but yet he's totally in touch with his emotions, high EQ, and Mike likes to, like, you know, bromance on him. And so we were talking about toilet paper. Mike likes to toilet paper people. So he'll like go on people's shows as a guest and he'll have a roll of toilet paper. That's his thing, shtick. And so that big toilet paper roll is Mike's. That's a bad joke that I just fracking killed.
Yeah, you did. But
Go
hey,
ahead.
ladies, I'll make sure you all see this, and we'll get to the nitty gritty. But Redneck Pilates, Michael Gale taught me Pilates, and it's not a joke. It's amazing. It's the only video I put up there on YouTube, and it just took off, the shorts. And people are like, "Oh, that's for real?" I'm like, "Yes, it's for real." Like, you know, so I am so thrilled to have you all here, because it's not just about treating issues and senior care and things. It's about prevention as well, and I'm taking that seriously at 42. So yeah, I'm all about it. I'm almost on like crazed by it now. Like, you know, like I
cool.
really want to make sure I don't end up in a hard spot. So I am all about what all you ladies are doing. It's exciting stuff, man, and it's useful.
Excellent.
I
Thank
know
you.
that there are probably a lot of caregivers. I was at a healthcare conference this weekend, and I asked for a show of hands of who had been a caregiver in the past or currently, and nearly 90% of the room raised their hands. And then I asked who in the room had never had to actually take care of a loved one, and there were literally only like 3 people in the room that had never actually had to take care of a loved one at home. So caregiving is a really big deal. You know, the reality is that people don't understand, you know, until they either get in it or unless they're like me and Christina and Cindy who work in it, that the reality is that it will eventually touch everybody. It will eventually, you know, even if you're not in it, even if your parents are super healthy, or you know, you don't have anybody that right now needs you, it will eventually touch you. And one of the key things that we all kind of promote, and one of the reasons why I'm doing the show, is it's about education. And I know Christina and Cindy believe in education as strongly as I do. Christina and Cindy, why don't you tell us a little bit more about the education? They're going to be, again, so that everybody knows, in case for anybody who joined late, they are going to be the TV show hosts for the new TV show Safe and Sound that we are getting ready, that we are already in pre-production of doing. So go ahead, ladies.
Yeah. So I thought maybe we could just tell you a little bit about who we are and kind of how we came to be with Adaptive Equipment and Caregiving Corner, if that's okay. So my name's Christina. I'm a speech therapist. And so Cindy and I are the co-founders of Adaptive Equipment and Caregiving Corner. We started just as a YouTube channel. We were both in home health at the time. And we were finding that a lot of our families and our clients had the same questions over and over again. So what we thought we would do would be just put these short little videos together, put them out on a YouTube channel. And when we went into the homes, it was at the time we started taking laptops into people's homes, and we would set them up with those videos and have them watch the videos, part of our treatment. is actually getting to, we have to provide education to our family caregivers and to our clients and stuff. And so we would count that as family education and patient education. And while they were doing that with therapy, we have really high productivity. And so while they were watching those little videos, we would do our paperwork so that we wouldn't have to take it home with us and do it when we got home. So it was a really nice win-win situation. And then we would count that as caregiver education and have them ask us questions afterwards. So in 2018, we started getting some traction on our YouTube channel. And so we thought, hey, maybe there's something to this. And so we had a website developed, and we had somebody make a platform for us where we could just put these private videos for caregivers on this platform. Because really it comes down to it. Cindy and I are just therapy nerds. We make these videos down in our basement on the weekend because apparently that's fun for us. So yeah. So we put those on a subscription platform, and then our YouTube channel has kind of become a product review channel. And so we get companies that started sending us their products, and we did these reviews for them. And then so we've got these products. So then what we decided to do is start taking them to healthcare events and to senior events, and allow our viewers and allow the people that attend these events to engage with the products and ask us questions, because there's all of this equipment you can get online, but because you can buy it online doesn't mean you know how to use it safely, right? As a matter of fact, some of this stuff could cause harm if you don't know how to use it safely. So it gave the people an opportunity to engage with the product, ask us as therapists questions about their specific situation. And then last year we started something fun. We started a road trip. So we packed up all of our accoutrements in our little minivan, and we drove out to the East Coast. We went out to New Jersey, and we stopped at senior living facilities along the way and senior centers along the way. And we gave a presentation about what does it look like to, as you age in place, what does functional independence look like? It doesn't look like it did when you were 20, and it looks different as we age. We tell people you got to keep moving. We have a little dance party in the middle of our presentation. And then we bring those products with us and give people that opportunity to engage with the products and ask us the questions. So we went as far as we could go till we hit the ocean. We turned around and came back and did the same thing. This year, we're doing that. We're going to Florida. And we are, we usually do it. We've been doing it in September because September is fall awareness month and fall prevention month. So we like to try to connect those two together because, everybody wants to age in place, right? So we try to raise awareness of things that people can do to age safely in place.
Yes. I'm going to add a little something to Christina and Cindy. I'm, as the founder of Traci Brands, I sent them my product to review, and they were the first professional caregiving group, basically, that I sent my baby to say, like, what are you going to, how are you going to review this, and what do you think about it? Because you were my litmus test, and then I met you at a conference, and you were like celebrities to me. But and now
that was so fun to meet you, Janice. We it was amazing. I mean, we just saw you across the room, and it was just like we had.
No, I pulled my car up right behind you. That's where I.
It was amazing. Yeah, we had a great time. It was so nice to meet you.
But that's it for brands who are going on Safe and Sound. It was transformative for my company to have somebody else say, this is a worthy product if you're caring for a loved one. It is not age dependent. It's not for seniors. A 15-year-old boy is currently having chemotherapy and is using a Traci in the chair to make him more comfortable. So when somebody else talks about a product, it validates the product, which is and also the how to use it, as you said, safely. It's important that I don't tell people how to do it because my insurance doesn't cover me giving bad information. We have to have people who, you are covered. This is your education. This is what you do for a living to make sure that people have the tools that they need. Because when we're caregivers, we can go into those stores and we can look and we can buy a lot of things that we may or may not need. And we can waste a lot of money.
That's right.
But yeah.
And you know, one of the things too that I was thinking about my history in home health and the fact that people, besides caregivers, individuals want to stay at home, and they're going to do what it takes to be there. And I'll never forget seeing this guy on a Friday evening. I was getting ready. It was my last appointment. He had just had a hip replacement. I went into his home to see him, and I was asking him about how he was doing getting off the toilet. And this is, you know, this is what people go to stay at home and be at home. And he said, "Oh, I'm doing fine." And I said, "Do you have a raised toilet seat?" And he said, "Well, yes, I do. I'm using a 5-gallon bucket." And I said, "A 5-gallon bucket?" I said, is it one of those ones that you use for hunting and it's got a seat on it? And he's like, "Well, no, it's in the toilet." And I said, "What?" And so I walked into his bathroom, and he literally had, God bless his heart, a 5-gallon bucket sitting inside his toilet bowl to raise, so that he raised the height of it. And across the wall from the toilet was a belt that was strapped around a towel bar that he was using to pull himself up. And so people go to extremes because they want to age in place. And that's where we come in. And so I was on the phone to Christina from his house, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this is what's happening. I know we have a bedside commode frame. We've got to get it over here, you know." And so those are the types of things with the education and aging in place and wanting to take care of the individuals as well as the caregivers, so people can do that. But it's amazing what people go through because that's what they want, you know.
Christina and Cindy, go ahead and give everybody your TikTok handle so that people can go ahead and do that.
Yeah,
Can you
so
go ahead and
on TikTok, we're AEC Corner on TikTok. On our YouTube channel is Adaptive Equipment Corner.
Perfect. You know, you guys have stories just like I do. You know, when I worked at hospice, I heard so many stories. You know, people tend to think, first of all, they have absolutely no clue about hospice. They have absolutely no understanding about how hospice works. That was one of the many reasons that I started my company, was about education. I know you guys are as passionate as I am. That's one of the reasons why we connect so well. But, you know, people don't understand. They think, you know, first of all, they think hospice, you only call, 3 days before somebody's dead. And that's not true. When I tell them that I put my father in hospice for 2 full years, people are like in shock. They're like, "How does that work?" I thought, how can you even do that? Right. And they don't understand. And they don't understand that when they have something like Alzheimer's or dementia, they can call them way early. I mean, they can follow an Alzheimer's or dementia patient for years, literally, because that patient is continuing to decline. And so people don't understand that kind of things, and they end up getting in distraught situations, and it makes it to where they're in a panic mode. And like you say, they do crazy things to try to age in place because they don't understand either that there's so many phenomenal products out there that can help them.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
You don't know exist.
And that's what we want to do. We want to raise people's awareness that these products are out there. The other thing we've kind of run across since being on social media with these products is that we get these people out there that say, "Well, this won't help my situation." And we always want to reiterate, you know what? All products, they are not a panacea. They are not a cure-all. They are not for everybody, but everybody deserves options, right? So if this isn't for you, scroll on, because maybe somebody else, it is for them. And so that's another big message that we just want to raise people's awareness that there could be options out there. We could do a life hack. Maybe that's an option for you. Maybe this, $5 product is an option for you. Maybe there's a product that's more expensive. You know what? Let's have you look for your local lending closet. Let's see if you have a health equipment lending closet near you that maybe you could borrow it and see if it fits in your lifestyle before you spend that kind of money. So, find your area agency on aging. They are a wealth of information. So,
ladies.
Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead, Janice.
I was just going to say, I'm seeing in the comments, we've got a lot of caregivers in our comments. I'm seeing Jeffrey and Amber, and I'm just really impressed about, like, these are people doing their work plus taking care of their loved ones.
Yes.
And they don't have time to research products to be able to know what's the right tools to have. Again, like, you do not send a dentist to his job without giving him the right tools.
Right.
You do not send a carpenter to a site without having the right tools. And yet we have caregivers that are family members. Like, I posted on LinkedIn this week, I've been helping my mother-in-law. She climbs a step stool to turn on and off her air conditioner, and it's hot in Los Angeles. And Christina and Cindy told me, oh, well, you just need to get da-da-da-da. What did I do? I went and got da-da-da-da. And now my mother-in-law can have her AC on and click her phone and turn it on and turn it off. She's not climbing.
Yay.
She's going to be 90 in 3 weeks. So we don't need her falling.
Yeah.
Just, so thank you, you guys. And thank you to our caregivers in our audience.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because you are, the reality is, and that's why we're wanting to do the show and bring awareness. It's all about awareness and education. There are a lot of fantastic products. I took care of my dad until he died, and I still take care of my mom, as everybody knows. And there are tons of products that I've just found out about in the past 6 months that I just am like, I say what my caregivers say to me. I wish I had known about that before my dad died.
We hear that a lot, Traci.
I know you do. Yeah. It's horrible. So, it makes you just more passionate about, okay, we got to get the message out to even more.
And Traci, I find that to me, besides that, getting the message out to the caregivers, there are those people, and I feel like this is where TikTok kind of comes in. There are so many people that are caregiving, but they don't identify as a caregiver because they're, for whatever reason, whatever they're providing, whatever care they're providing, maybe it's financial, maybe they're just running to the store and they don't identify themselves as a caregiver. Those are the ones that we really want to reach, because there's so many great services out there for caregivers, and you don't have to do it alone. You do not have to do this alone. There's so many people that just want to help. So, for those caregivers or for those individuals that aren't identifying as caregivers, we're hoping to reach those people even on TikTok, and maybe, we had a guy was kind of trolling us on TikTok and stuff, and he was making fun of one of the products, and I made a comment about people deserve options, and I did some kind of hashtag it's not nice to make fun of people with disabilities, and he had no idea because he didn't read any of the other comments, and so he actually came back and apologized for trolling us. He goes, "My mom has arthritis," and I had no idea that that's what this was for. I was just here for the funny stuff. So. And so, I mean, right there, his mom has arthritis. So, he was probably doing some kind of caregiving, even if it was just opening jars for her. So.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, ladies, because the whole thing with TikTok, okay, again, this is a LinkedIn audience. And so we are more business oriented. We're busy professionals typically. And so there is a huge contingency that they have a full-time career, own their own business, or they're, a corporate employee, and they're also caregiving. Do you guys have any advisement of what you're seeing or trends that you're seeing that maybe is not the same advice or what you show for the TikTok crew, if that makes sense?
Yeah. I would say probably I guess maybe to put this kind of out there for anybody the corporate people that are listening, this providing support for your employees that are caregivers when they go home is huge. I mean, employee assistance programs are big with, if there's somebody that's having a mental health crisis, you turn to your employee assistance program. If somebody's, having some kind of nutritional, nutrition issues, you turn to your employee assistance programs. Addiction, turn to your employee assistance program. Caregiving, being that caregiver when you go home, is no different. And I think it would be amazing if more companies would step up and offer some kind of employee assistance for those caregivers. It's almost like it's almost like a secret that people want to keep. And so I think, that's what I would do. That's my first thing I would say. If you're a caregiver and a corporate employee, go to your employee assistant program and see if there's something. Maybe there are some companies that have that, or see if there's something you could do to talk to them about offering some kind of more support.
So I have to point out, I apologize, Tracy. You guys look down. Rena, shout out, girl. Love you. Everyone deserves options for sure.
Absolutely.
Can I just ask you, why does that word options matter to us with Safe and Sound? Why does it resonate, ladies?
I just think because over and over and over again, we have, just in our careers alone, you see so many different people, so many different situations.
Yeah.
And what might work for somebody doesn't always work for everybody. But it's the options, just plain and simple of, as we age, our function is going to look different. And some of those options are going to be these products.
Yep.
And that could mean the difference between independence or not. And it could mean the difference between dignity or not.
Yeah.
So options is the key.
Without a doubt. And, one of the key reasons that we are doing the show is there were a lot of products that Christina and Cindy were aware of. I didn't even know about half of the products that they knew about. And we really are trying to get, some of the best of the best that people can really see, and they can see multiple products in one show and actually see product reviews on the show and actually get expert tips about using the products on the show and be able to get different, they're even going to have a caregiving question, questions from the audience that are all going to be in the show. So people are really going to get a full look at exactly what these products are. And that's really going to be able to help them, I think. And like I say, I think that's all of our goals.
And Tracy, not only that, will people be able to see the products that Christina and Cindy review, but there's going to be a website and QR codes in the show. So if somebody identifies quickly, like, oh, I need that toilet seat riser, or oh, I need that grabber, or there's a grip, a grip strength product that you guys reviewed that you can now open a jar, so you can get your lunch. So you teach people how to open up those plastic bags that are really hard to open, which is a nice hack. One of the hacks is take a gloves for when you're washing dishes to open up those hard to open plastic bags, because now you have some resistance and you can do it. Yeah. So then there's going to be a QR code, so you can just quickly buy the stuff, and you don't have to go to Amazon. You don't have to go to the company's website. You get to look at the show, be educated, and then buy it, and then get the things delivered to you through Safe and Sound. Simple.
Absolutely.
Dude, that's what, again, I don't know much of nothing, but from the business standpoint, this is what excites me. It's you're not trying to sell dogs cat food. All you're doing is and you, Traci, Caregiving Worldwide, the shows, Safe and Sound, all of you in your own capacity, all you're trying to do is make sure that someone who could use that, it can improve their quality of life, make them feel better, have less pain, be more comfortable and effective, enjoy their time. That's all you're doing. You're not trying to, hey, let's pitch this and sell that and all that. And I love the fact that not just you all, but the companies involved. These companies have hearts. I mean, that's what they're not just there to try to make a dollar. And so to me, it's brilliant. And a lot of folks don't know this. My wife is in caregiving. She has always been on her own, and now she's in it now. We had you become friends and family with these folks that I was there serving food and stuff. And even at the funeral, I was there helping out, volunteering with these folks. And I didn't know them that well, but they were family. And so I love the heart aspect that you all bring to this, because that's what it's about. And then let's make sure that the right people get the right thing. I mean, that's what the Hounds is all about. This is why we do this. So I'm excited. I don't know all the technical stuff you're talking about, but I know the heart and how beneficial it is to people. And by the way, the word of mouth and the options. Do you see this?
Nice.
I got my Traci, but you see there's a missing hole here. That's because my wife, who is helping people, stole the square. That's all. That's the main thing she got was the square. So
That's harsh, man.
I'm gonna have to buy another one and hide that.
So if I may interject, Mike, and it was something that, and I don't know why everyone's saying I'm blurry. Oh my gosh, you know what? If I'm blurry, it's probably better off that I'm blurry looking, you guys, for you. All right. So anyway, I don't know what's going on with my camera. It does not want to focus on my face, which is probably, like I said, a good thing. But guess what came in the mail for me today?
Looky there.
Nice.
And I just want to say I only cut the thingy so for just to make it look better. But if you notice, I always have my Tausi behind there.
Atta
But
girl.
my
Yes.
mother has that Tausi. So a certain individual, Janice, heard me, and I said, "Yeah, I keep needing to order a second one." And she just said, "You know what? For all the hard work that I've done as Brilliant Bee Media, so thank you,
Aw.
Very nice.
thank you very much." Full disclosure: not only am I getting another
She's doing
Tausi
an unboxing. Somebody stick a hashtag on there.
unboxing, I kind of figured you guys would like a vibe on this.
I love
know
it.
it.
I love
I
it.
just realized I got a little Hycia love letter.
Yay.
I'm not going to share what her message is because it's something to the effect of like, I owe you. I'm kidding. No, it's not. But no, you guys, thank you. You don't understand. I love my Tausi. I love this so much. My mom was in the hospital, and full disclosure, she literally stole it from me. She's 87 years old, and it was a very scary hospital stay. You know this, you guys. Hospital beds are not comfortable.
Mhm.
And she looked miserable. And so I don't know why I didn't think of the Tausi day one when she's in the emergency room. I was a little distracted. But I brought it in, and I swear to God, her attitude changed. And that is
Aw,
something why I
really-
think in general, it's little things, right? Like this Tausi is a pillowcase cover, right? But it's not just that, you guys. It represents support for their neck, support for their body. Because if you're constantly living in pain, everything hurts.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, everyone shout out their towels.
Everyone's
Shout out
got
their
their Tausi. Everyone's got their Tausi. I know. I'm lucky I have mine right now because my mother loves mine. You know, when Janice came down to do her TV show with me, she gave me one, and everything that I try out with products, because I'm starting to get products sent to me. I always have my mother try, and I shouldn't have let my mother try my Tausi. I love her, my Tausi. She likes it when she reads in her favorite chair at night, and I like it when I watch TV or when I'm reading in bed. So it's like, okay, we have.
But you know what? This is not the Tausi show. This is really about. Well, I love it. This is really like it. I'm just gonna say it equalizes the playing field for a small brand like me. I'm brand new. You know, I cannot compete against these big corporations. But with Safe and Sound, it is a price for companies to go on, truthfully, because it costs something to make this show.
Sure.
But it's affordable, and it's affordable to have your product reviewed. I sent it to Christina and Cindy, and I paid for them to review it, whether or not they liked it. And that's what you do. Like there's sleep study places I can send Tausi to, and but they're not affordable. And when I learned that Christina and Cindy were affordable, and then I heard that Traci was doing a show, and I used to run Oregon's Film and Television Trade Association, so I know the power of media. I was, my board was like Portlandia, Grimm, so I passed laws for the state of Oregon for that. I know that media is changing the world, and if we can control a part of media, we can change it for good. So we've seen media change the world for bad. Let's change it for good. And let's all work together and support what Safe and Sound is happening by knowing brands say, hey, get it on there. You can use the content for your own marketing. Well, that's why I went on Traci's show. I didn't care if 2 people saw it, but now 600,000 people are seeing it around the world.
Right.
So if it's grown that much in the marketing that was scant marketing, now that she's brought in Brilliant Bee Media, she does a whole marketing team. But these were people who found her because they needed this. And I am here to be representing a brand that is so excited about Traci and Christina and Cindy and, of course, Brilliant Beam. But I'm just saying I will work tirelessly on my company and what they're doing, because I believe in it. And I think if any of you know any brands that really need to get onto Safe and Sound, please, 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 share this with them. It is the best marketing value you can possibly do.
Yes, absolutely. So guys, that QR code is up for a reason. Please use it on your phone or tap it on your phone. Just hold it on your thumb. And I believe that's how it works as well. But Mike, I know you had a question you wanted to ask.
Yeah, I mean, for anybody like me out there watching, right, that maybe knows someone or someone not like me who's like, oh, how do I, what is this about? How do I get on board? How do I participate in this? Because if you have a brand, just like Janice, it's not the Traci show, but what a great example of what it could be for other people and brands, right? So if you have something out there, join the Traci bandwagon, right, and do that. So explain to us, Traci, how these ladies fit in, what it is about, and how can people get involved. Just kind of give us that, that intro.
Sure. Well, we're super excited. So as you can see, we are going to be having a webinar about the show and about how to get on the show August 10th at 4:30 in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time. And we're also going to have another one, if you can't make it on August 10th, on August 17th at 4:30 in the afternoon. So we have two webinars. They're both going to be the same. So if you come to one and you want to come to the other two, that's fine. You're welcome to come to both. You do have to register to come on. And we basically are making it to where you'll come on and we're going to actually explain to you about how it works. We're having 12 episodes in the season. There will be 4 products reviewed in every episode. So we're basically choosing 48 companies to be actually featured on the first season. They are going to be in themed shows. So we're going to have like bathroom products on one show. We're going to have scooters on one show. We're going to have kitchen products on one show. We want to make it as easy as possible for caregivers to be able to find what they need. The really cool thing though, too, is that we're going to have, like Janice said earlier, a website that actually goes with the TV show. So anybody who doesn't necessarily get on the TV show is going to be able to, all the products on the TV show will automatically be on the website, but any additional products or services for caregivers will go on the website. And I'm kind of wanting it to be like a Angie's List, where people can go in and they can actually find a whole marketplace of products and services. So they basically can type in bathroom products and all the bathroom products are going to be able to pull on there. And the ones that have been vetted by Christina and Cindy that were on the show will have like a ribbon on there. So those will actually be specially noted and on there and everything. But I really do want to create a one-stop shop because caregivers just need help. I know, I'm a caregiver. And so they just need help. So this is really going to be between the TV show and the website. I really do believe that we're going to be able to make a really strong impact. And with Christina and Cindy being on the show and all their experience and them being able to host the show, I think it's just going to be absolutely amazing.
Traci, we're hoping just not to come off like maybe this could be a good thing. We could be like the Wayne and Garth of caregiving TV shows.
Oh, wow.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Speaking of party time, excellent. Can I share the video real quick, you guys? Are you guys cool?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm behaving. So hurry up, right? Miss
Oh my
Kate,
God!
you got
Did you just tell me to hurry up, young man?
I'm about to misbehave. Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, this is what I got to work with here, okay? Just saying, I'm throwing it up and out there. Okay, so let me do this so I can get a bigger. There we go. And here we go.
Nice.
Well, there you go,
Nice.
guys. Look at you, the host right up in
Very
the
nice.
I was
So-
gonna do the one man
Congratulations.
way,
That
but
was awesome.
I've been behaving. I was gonna see how long I could behave, but then they started mentioning Wayne's World, and I just lost it. It's their fault.
So
I
okay,
think it's going to be brilliant. Sorry, Sia, go ahead.
No. I just have to ask though, guys, I mean, I'd imagine there are companies right now clamoring to get their product profiled. Do you look at the product? Have you ever actually, okay, let me just ask the question. Have you ever been given a product and you're just like, oh, hell no, this is not a good
You know,
product?
Yeah, you want to?
Oh, go ahead.
We do. We had. They have. Most of them haven't. Most of them we haven't. I would say there's probably been two. And what we try to do though is we try to provide feedback to the companies. So we try it out. I mean, we try everything out. The companies
Literally.
send us products and we try everything out. That's why I'm wearing 2 wristwatches now. And so, whatever feedback we get that we come across, we try to give that back. And some companies are just like, nope, this is the way it is. And, and so with those people, we didn't feel like we would be able to put our little seal of approval on there. They get their little AE Corner seal of approval and stuff. But there's really only been 2 because everybody else has been really open and receptive to, to the product, or they just come to us with a really great product, and we just want to get the word out. So,
Right. And the bottom line is that when we talk to companies, every little thing is not going to, again, work for everybody, and we have to be honest with our viewers and make sure that they, it's appropriate for them. And if there are things that we think that it's not going to work for these people, or maybe it'll work for this, and do better for these people, we have to be honest, and we're honest with the business people, and we let them know that, and they have all been very gracious because they understand that their product doesn't necessarily work for everybody as well. But, again, everybody deserves options, and that's what we're trying to do, is get as many options out there as possible.
it's a good question.
I agree with Chris. You guys are perfect for this show. Oh my gosh. And everybody knows me. I like, Janice, right? I got Traci, and I love Traci, so I talk about it all the time. And then if I didn't like it, I just pretend like I had amnesia or something and didn't know what was happening, right? So, but I do, and that's what I love about y'all, because you will say no to something that is not beneficial and you don't 100% believe in. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's kind of old fashioned. I mean, I don't see it like I used to. It's coming back because of folks like Janice and you all, right, Traci, people who are creating things because there's kind of a void, or there's too much market. There's too many need. There's too great of a need, and these folks are filling that need. And you guys are making it possible. So I am excited, and I'm gonna have to make sure my wife sees this. She'll go crazy over this episode. Matter of fact, well, and the company she's working with, they also would love. I mean, everybody would love what they're seeing right here. You guys are making it happen. So kudos to all y'all.
Okay, I have to jump in here. There's a smart aleck in the audience. There's always one who, ironically enough, is one of the guys I think absolutely you should chat with just in general. It's Mr. Zen Samich himself, Mr. Mark Reed out of Japan. So he is logging in from Japan, and he, of course, has a headphone company contacted you to test out separate headphones, ladies? I'm so sorry I had to ask that.
Hey, I'm glad you said that, because
Yeah,
I was not happy about this
she
deal.
was not. She was having a high-speed come apart before we got on air about this.
We look like we've got a cord coming straight out of the computer, straight into our ears, and it's no.
Hey, we're in flyover country.
That's
in
right.
Midwest. Sharing is caring here in Midwest.
That's exactly
we
right.
don't
So
care. If you don't mind, we don't care.
Oh,
You guys, Cindy is
Yes.
the planner of these two. She's the planner. Christina is the one that kind of goes with things
That's
on the
exact-
fly. And so I can see where Cindy would be the one going, okay, really? Is
Yes,
this all we
that's
got?
exactly right. I'm constantly throwing the net out when she's standing on the top of the cliff ready to push us off.
I do. We do it. We are like Thelma and Louise everything. We Thelma and Louise everything. So
Oh my goodness. Here's what I noticed that, but I'm glad I'm not the one that said it. See, that's why I keep my my Japan friend over here. Mark Reed, I knew you was gonna do it. Thank you. Oh, but here, I think it would be fun the next time if I ever get loud back in Dallas, that me and Sia have to do a show connected, actually way closer, like maybe like a 2-inch, like a cord. Because I think
No.
you first of all, you never dropped the earbud. I would have, like, completely devastated the earbud 50 times, so kudos. But me and her, I would get killed within 10 to 15 minutes of being that closely connected.
Yes.
So, thank you, Mark, for I'm behaving. Alright, you're misbehaving. This is a great team. Appreciate you.
I feel like the shared headphones are the new three-legged race.
Okay, look,
There
look.
you go.
I am all about teamwork is the dream work, is the bonding. We are family. I've got my sisters and me and all that good stuff. But I have an earwax problem. So like when I see couples like swapping, and I'm like, oh my God, no. Here's a hand sanitizer for you. Like I cannot do that. And so I'm an over the ear bud thing. I cannot do the inner ear poka.
Okay,
And
can
I
we
was
just say
desperate one.
Yeah. See a
Yeah.
better.
It's
It was
okay,
better. It
Sia,
was
we'll
for better
forgive
or
you.
worse. And sharing headphones, there are worse things.
That is a true statement. I'm just saying. I'm gonna judge. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be like,
I know I probably shouldn't. I know I probably shouldn't say this, but, hopefully you all unbox an ear cleaning kit because she definitely would not wanna use my dadgum earbuds. It's bad. So, maybe something like that.
I
Hey,
don't think anybody
Tracy,
wants
I
to
just
use
want to
her.
call out someone. I see
Yes.
Ethel Lord in the comments, and she is an
Yes.
amazing.
She's
Go ahead,
wonderful.
Tracy. I think that Ethel and I are overdue for a conversation, but take it away.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I do have to give a huge shout out to Ethel Lord. She is an amazing person. She created the Caregivers Association, and absolutely amazing woman, and has done amazing things in the caregiving space. I respect tremendously so many people that are in the caregiving space and have been in the caregiving space for a long time, because they have been blazing the trail for people like me coming in. I know that we are, but Jeff, I think you have a question to take a deep breath and retreat to the bathroom.
Jeff said he gets extremely frustrated at times with working with my Alzheimer's mother. How can I get over that? And then Ethel in comments jumps in and says, take a deep breath, and gave her cell phone number, her office number, for him to call her.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh,
Christina and
that's
Cindy,
nice.
what
Yes.
do you say for somebody who's going through that?
Read it out loud, Janice. I missed it.
Sure. Jeff had said, and I'm trying to find it. I have a question. I get extremely frustrated at times working with my Alzheimer mother. How can I get over that?
Yeah, absolutely. Take a deep breath, count to 10. I mean, everything that you did, that it is not personal. If her memory resets every few minutes and stuff, it is nothing against you. Maybe consider having somebody give you a little bit of respite for, maybe even just leave the house, have somebody come sit with her and be with her just for a couple hours, even just to get you out of the house and stuff. But I would just say, don't try not to take it personal, because it is not. It is not. You are living in her world, and it's tough. It is so tough.
And Jeff, there's a magazine that's for people with dementia. It's called Mirador Magazine. And it's kind of like, if you think about Highlights magazine that we all liked looking at when we were at the dentist office, this is geared for people who have dementia and Alzheimer's. And it's actually produced, Susanna is here in Oregon, Portland, Oregon. It is Nikki Jardin and Tave Fashe Drake. And I actually directed and produced a TV show for them, bringing their magazine to caregivers. So our loved ones don't get agitated. So I recommend getting a subscription to that magazine. It is just geared for people who don't have to have ads in it, can track a story, look at pictures, and it is so lovingly put together, geared for that demographic.
Yeah, it's really good for especially loved ones to sit down and co-attend with the same activity. And the pictures are great. The font is big enough. You can actually, look at the pictures and you can say, "Oh, do you remember when we did this?" Or we went on this vacation. It was one of my favorite vacations. Or I used to have a bicycle that looked just like that. So that co-attending and allowing them to kind of lead the conversation, that's just huge, because we're all communicative human beings, and they really still can communicate. It's just a matter of being in tune with them and figuring out what it is that they're wanting to communicate about.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, Dr. Brittany Lamb is in the house. Nice. We want to say hello. She actually works with Alzheimer's patients on a regular basis, and she highly recommends Natalie Edmonds' Dementia Care Blazers. She has programming designed for caregivers of people living with dementia. As another option, how we react makes a huge difference. So, they just put Dr. Brittany's comment up there. How we react makes a huge difference, and we have to learn that skill. Dr. Brittany Lamb, you might want to connect with her as well. She works with dementia patients. She's an ER doctor. She works with dementia patients on a regular basis. She and I have the same name. We actually both grew up in Florida, but we're not related. We say it.
But you're both hounds. You're both hounds.
That's right. We're both hounds, and we're basically sisters, like by another mister, something like that. But she's a wonderful, wonderful doctor, knows a lot about Alzheimer's and dementia. So I would highly recommend anybody connect with her as well.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, there's like a ton of information here. So, I mean, I know we're running a little bit long on time here. So you guys, I cannot begin to tell you how excited I am for this entire project and endeavor with what you guys are already doing. Thank you. Because it's needed. And the sad part of all this that we're doing, people don't realize they need it until they need it.
That's right.
So thank you very much, guys, on pulling this together. You guys, there's a lot of wonderful comments in there. I highly recommend, please go in there. We haven't done our normal streaming of every comment because we felt today was more important about sharing the webinar and the information about Safe and Sound for the QR code. So everyone, please continue to scan the QR code, and or you can Raquel has been doing a great job of like putting the links up there, or join us on LinkedIn and or all the other YouTube channels and TikToks and all that good stuff. So, Mike, I know this is my way of wrapping things up. So, ladies, I guess I'm sorry, I shouldn't say ladies. Ladies, let's have Mike ask us the great final questions of life and all that good stuff, because it's his show apparently.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, it's my show, but y'all know I joke. It's not about me. It's about connecting people with what they need that can improve their life or someone else's, or hopefully both, man. And that's what this is about. And you all did that today. I am thrilled. By the way, Cindy, Christina, you all travel around in your van, and I am almost jealous. I don't even go to the grocery store or the gas station anymore. Okay, so the next time you're going to go East Coasting, you got an office shed of 8x12 or half of it that you're welcome to stay
Awesome.
in.
Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey,
I love you all.
Will there be a roll of toilet paper in there?
No, extra triple ply for you.
Perfect.
Man, the red carpet's coming out. So,
perfect.
Ladies, I'll start with you. How can folks contact you and reach out to you? Because obviously they want to. What's the best way to find out more about you?
Us, Mike.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are, you can find, we've got a website, aecorner.com. We're on YouTube as Adaptive Equipment and Caregiving Corner. We're on all the social media channels, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, all of it. So yeah, find wherever you get your social media content, look for it.
We're there.
Oh my goodness. And I think Raquel was putting that in the chat, so folks can also go into the chat here and click on that, go bookmark it. Absolutely. Janice.
Well, thank you, Mike. I'm here in support of Christina and Cindy and Traci and with everything going on at Brilliant Beam. Just my background in in the film media world, but also as a brand representing what do brands feel like when they're going to go on the show, and making sure that brands, get the awareness. So I'm really grateful that they were that cognizant to say, okay, we want to do the show, but how's it going to feel for a brand? So please share this with people that you know who have a product. It's really important to get it out there.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what caught my attention is not just the credibility of one of y'all, but when I saw everybody running, it's like the playground when you're kids, right? You see everybody running to a spot, you got to go find out why, right? And now everybody knows why. That's the whole fun part of the show. I'm so glad you all came. Traci, last but certainly not least, where can folks find you? What's your last call? Where should they go right now?
Sure. Well, first of all, hopefully everybody can see why I created this team, why I picked Christina and Cindy to be the hosts. Janice is very humble. She's actually the executive producer for the entire show. She doesn't want to say that, but she is. I'm pulling on some of her expertise from what she did before Tausi, because I'm very new in this whole television world, but she's amazing and we love her. But she also it's great because she does have a very good brand, and we are wanting to be able to get the feedback of the brand as well as the consumer. But that's my main thing. I just want to get the word out about this. Safe and Sound is a show that we are in pre-production for. So if you know of anybody, any companies that offer any products or services that they believe or you believe would be great for people to know about, then please have them jump on the webinar on the 10th or the 17th, and they can find out all about it. And we will be more than happy to explain how it's going to work and go through the vetting process. And then wait for the show. The show is going to come out in October. And so is the website. So it's all going to be coming out in October. It's going to be launching in October. We are going to be going on the national news and taking it to the national news as well. So we're really going to be making some big things happen for everybody, so that everybody, as many people as possibly can be helped with this. Oh, and huge shout out to Brilliant Beam Media, Sia, Mike, and Raquel.
And Nicole.
Yes, and Nicole. I apologize. I did not mean to forget. My brain is thinking of this whole day. But absolutely, the entire Brilliant Beam Media group, they are absolutely wonderful. I could not be doing my social media right now without all of them. So they're all absolutely fabulous.
Hey.
I just had to pop in and just say thank you so much. If it wasn't for Traci, everyone, to have this leap of faith to take and launch a fracking television network. Right. I mean, goodness gracious, talk about, kahunas, or I don't, am I allowed to even say these words, people, but Traci,
here you
shout out to you, girl, because, the Hounds community, shout out to Mike and this, when you're taking these like late night phone calls with each other, when you're on the verge of tears, when you're like on the lowest of lows, Traci, you've been there when I've been like, frustrated. And I just want to say, seeing where you've come and how you are today, it takes work, but it also takes a community. And every single person on this screen that I see right now are just amazing people in general. So in a way, it's nice to say that we are all safe and sound if we have each other as a community, because that hardware piece of equipment, we'll get advisement from each other and see what works out. But you know what? I trust Cindy. I trust Christina. If they're going to say this is going to work, I'm rolling with it. So yeah, I feel very safe and sound with you peeps. I really do.
That's so kind.
Hey, really, really quick. This is important and oversight on my part. I'll own it. But Traci Lamb, you have gotten some big recognition for all your hard work.
Yes.
And I think it's well deserved. I think we ought to mention that. I know you don't like it. Blush all you want to, young lady, but we're going to tell it anyway. So tell us what two awards that you have been bestowed upon, please.
Oh, you guys really like embarrass me. I mean, I love you guys, but all right. So the newest one that's actually about to come out, I actually have to look it up because I've been named one of the top 10 women leaders to watch in the world in 2023.
In the world.
Big place. Yeah.
It's embarrassing. Yeah, it's gonna be. But what was embarrassing was they told me I'm going to be on the cover of the magazine, and so I was just like, okay, that's going to be freaky. And so, yeah, so they're in the process of putting it all together, and so yeah, and then I got named. I just got named, and it was on LinkedIn. One of the top 10 most inspiring caregiving CEOs in Southeast US. So that was as well. So thank you. It's not about me though. It really is. It takes a village. So I appreciate it, but it's really just, it's about serving others and helping others, but I appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mike. I will kill you for doing that.
Nice.
We can't hear you, Mike.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
I want to, then while we're waiting for Mike to get volume, I want to say one thing about Traci, that there is a care community world that's popping up all over the place. And with my product, I went into the care space because of my founder's story. But I was seeing that people weren't really playing with each other and talking to each other. It's more about like, look at me, I got this show, I got that show. And Traci was brilliant enough to bring everybody onto her show. It's about like, you can get the information from, one show or another show, but the fact is you need to get the information. And she's always about bringing people together. There's no competition. We have an aging population. We are caregivers, if you want to admit it or not. And we all have to help each other out in this next aging population world that we have. That's okay. Mike, are you back? Darn it.
Oh, look at him. He's like, he's throwing it apart. Are you there? Oh, Mike, it might be a restream issue with you. I hate to say it.
Can you hear me?
Oh my gosh.
Can you hear me?
That we heard.
That's the worst sound ever.
There you go.
Yeah, I know, because I pulled the we're almost done. Hey, I can't even get on a bag of dog food. So I am definitely going to shout you out because that is a huge accomplishment. And you worked, you should have had a daggum camera crew following you around because the story, wow. I mean, we watched the movie on it. So all of you ladies are inspiring. Love what you do. You use your passion for others. You use that to help others not have to go through as much uncertainty and fear and things that you all had to do and the loved ones that you care about. So anybody watching, share the word. This isn't for you. You know somebody who can use this, can benefit, or maybe they can't. Send it to them anyway. Let them decide. You all know I don't care if people say yes or no. Here's what I care about. You know what the heck you're saying yes and no to. That's the educational piece to August 10th. That's why these ladies are here. Gracious host. Oh my gosh. So I'm excited for everyone. Without further ado, just wanted you all to know this is what the Hounds is about. This is why we exist. This is why we cringe when you say the word pod. And this is what we're looking to do more of. So there's tons of Hounds in here. Go talk to somebody, shout it out in the comments, reach out to us. We're just getting started. We are at, boy, I'm running around like I'm not playing no more, guys. I might as well have a can of gas, man. I'm just ready to rock and get this knocked out because look at what kind of impact people can make when they band together and fight hard together. It's amazing. And we've been tried by fire. This is not, we've hurt our feelings and we've been wanting to, attack each other at late nights at those 12, a.m. But we're pushed through because the vision and mission and the people we help far outweighs all the crap we have to go through to get there. These people are all heart, all determination, and I love them to death. So without further ado, hey, I'll see you on the next one. Let's round it up. Roll that outro.
Thank y'all for stopping by. Be sure to follow, share, and like, and send me a message if you had fun today. Y'all come back now.